discrimination, just people against people, and not liking each other for one reason or another. Usually it's a completely made up reason, but just people being people.
Perpetuating one type of image of a person. For instance, when they have blackface, or when they were trying to portray African Americans in the media, they usually portray them as ignorant, lazy, and violent. So when you have that one thing being perpetuated and people aren't having the experiences with those type of people, then that's automatically what you're going to see.
They're probably just trying to make themselves feel better by diminishing the qualities of other groups.
I think they exist for a reason, because whether it's the majority of a group or not, there's still a substantial number of that group that creates an impression on everybody else.
Most of African American students are good at running or track,
Girls can't drive well.
Well, sometimes. Asians are good at math.
Asians know how to fight, like kung fu.
Oh yeah, some people thought I could drift. Have you guys watched How to Drift?
Yeah.
These people just ask me like, hey, can you drift? No.
Racial, maybe gender. Frat boys.
Gay men are great with fashion, or white men are very rich, and women are very overly emotional.
Athletes sometimes are stereotyped. I have friends from Africa that are stereotyped. I have friends from the West that are stereotyped. Just because of the region they live in, or the type of clothes that they wear, or the way that they speak, or if they have an accent, or if they speak another language. I think that stereotypes happen quite often.
I guess like jock or being from UP.
Let's see. All black girls have an attitude. People from Detroit are robbers and thieves and killers. Those are basically two that I've come across, at least here in Grand Valley.
Well, there's a stereotype that Asian people are really good at math, and to be honest, I always have to use my fingers when I count.
In working environments, go in, especially being female who looks a lot younger than I am, people don't always think that I'm qualified to do the job. So I think that that's probably the greatest way that it's affected my life.
Try and take it in stride, I guess, and not worry about it.
I'd have to say both positively and negatively. Like, even though that stereotype doesn't really pertain to myself, like I still kind of like feel the need to match that level. And at the same time, it makes me feel really bad that I'm not good at math.
Applying for jobs, I would say I'm a little apprehensive sometimes, because I know these stereotypes about black people in general can precede me, and so I'm like, will they think that I'm uneducated? Will they think that I'm going to jack them after I leave the interview? Do they think that I'm incompetent? So those are just some things that at least are on my mind when I'm applying for jobs.
Just not enforcing it ourselves, because then when we do it, it like kind of lets other people think that they can do it also.
So I think that just through education and giving everybody a fair chance, to approaching everyone with the same standard, if you will, when you first meet them. I think it's a fair way to assume that you don't know anything about that person, so give them a shot and see what they're like.
I think just everybody getting a better understanding of where everybody else is coming from, because just understanding a cause.
I think once people get to know people who are different from they are, that is a big chunk of it. A lot of times people develop these opinions based off of what they hear others say, or because they don't have experiences with said people. So I just think once we all get out and just stop being in our own little bubbles, then we can get to know people and diminish that.